Hey, what's up, dog life? You know how it is, man. We stay dog high and extra fly up in this bitch, and you already know I'm high as fuck. Hey, but we finna this is for my sports fans out there. We're finna get into the sports draft because sports video real quick. I'm a big basketball fan. Anybody knows me, I hoop all the time. I'm gonna be posting hoop videos on here too, so y'all stay tuned for that for the hoop videos because I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying. But NBA draft coming up in like a week or two. Actually, I think it's next week, 28th, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's like a week or two. But so I've been reading all these mock drafts, seeing what teams gonna take what. But I'm finna read one now because he got a lot of views. This is by Jimmy Range. He got a lot of subscribers. He get a lot of views on his videos. So I'm finna see his take on what he think about 2021 NBA mock draft. See what his is, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on each pick. Let's go.
The draft is just over a week away, so it's time to bring you guys the official 2021 NBA mock draft. If you guys are excited for the draft and want to see a new video,
that boy Jalen Suggs is nasty.
Let's see if we can get 5,000 likes on today's video. We haven't done that in a while, so smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's get it.
I hit the like button if I agree with like at least 50% of your picks. Then I hit the like button, but not before. But hey, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. Show some love. Subscribe if you're a new viewer. Let's get it.
We're obviously starting this off with the number one pick in the hands of the Detroit Pistons. Now we're hearing some rumblings of teams possibly wanting to move up to number one. But for this video, we're not going to be predicting any trades. We're going to leave that for another.
It wouldn't be smart for Detroit to trade this pick at all unless they going to get like a nice ass player who they can build a future with. But if not, boy, take this nigga Cade Cunningham because that boy's a beast.
Now here, Pistons fans should be ecstatic for Cade Cunningham, who legitimately has the chance to be a generational talent at the next level. He's listed as a 6'8" point guard.
How old is this video? Okay, not too far. Yesterday. Post yesterday, cool. Or like 3 days ago, cool. Get it. So this is recent.
But really is positionless. In his freshman season at Oklahoma State, he averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 40% from 3 and 85% from the line. A lot of the times with prospects like Cade Cunningham, you get a lot of excitement for the crazy range, but you're sacrificing something. That's really not the case here, which is why you're seeing those Luka comparisons come up over and over again. If Cunningham was really relying on athleticism, I wouldn't be nearly excited about his potential. He really isn't that explosive of an athlete comparatively. His ability to create for himself off the dribble, shoot the ball beyond the perimeter better than I think anyone expected, and to get to the free throw line really makes me think
that boy, he got range on him.
And the Pistons move out of number one, man, would they have to be getting one heck of a haul. We've talked about him all year, so at this point, I'm just excited to finally see him in an NBA uniform. Right. At 2, we've got the Houston Rockets, and this is where the big change
gotta grab Jalen Green.
Since the draft lottery, it's been Cade number 1, Mobley 2 to the Rockets. It really seemed like a lock if both these teams were to stay put, but things have changed. Rumors have been flying in that if the Rockets are at 2, they're not going Mobley. They're going after Jalen Green.
That would be smart because they got it. So they got their center for the future. And Christian Woods, that dude's only like 21 or something years old, so they got their pick. They got John Wall at the point. They can draft him and put him at the 2. They got Jason Tate, I think, at the 3. So they got some nice pieces. They should add this kid.
See, smokes me like this a lot of the times in the draft, but I really don't think this is one of those situations. Jalen Green is the real freaking deal. I've made it clear since the lottery that I felt Jalen Green should be the number 2 pick.
Here's the funny thing. They say that Cade Cunningham is the clear-cut number 1 pick, but before this past college season started, Jalen Green was the clear-cut number 1 pick. And he signed with the NBA G League, and they little new high school to pros program. And Cade Cunningham went to college. Cade Cunningham tore it up in college. Jalen Green tore it up in the NBA G League. But for some reason, they say Cade Cunningham is a clear cut number one over Jalen Green. Why though? You gotta understand. Cade Cunningham averaged 20 points and 6 rebounds in college. Jalen Green averaged 3 points less, or I think it was like he was at almost. I'm rounded up to 18 because it was like 17.6 or some shit like that. So damn near 18 points a game. I think it had like 6 or 7 rebounds a game against pros. I mean pros, like these are players that have either played in the NBA or are looking to be in the NBA. Like these aren't just some scrubs off the streets. These are NBA players just in the league below the NBA. You feel me? So in my opinion, Jalen Green is the better prospect because look what he did against professional players, professional NBA players, G League or not. They were still NBA players. They still either got drafted or got signed onto a team or something. Those are professional NBA players, and this nigga averaged damn near 18 points a game, 2 points less than Cade Cunningham did in college. Now imagine if Jalen Green had went to college, bro. That nigga probably would have averaged like 25, 30 points. That he would have been killing it. He would probably average about 25 points a game. I'm calling it now.
Despite mocking Mobley there, as I thought that's what would happen, the 6'6" shooting guard decided not to go to college this season and instead go to the G League. Coming in, there was a lot of excitement due to just how explosive of an athlete he is. I really don't think anyone was expecting the production we saw. He averaged 18 points, shooting 46% from the field and 37% from three. We saw a lot of the G League Ignite players really struggle in this draft class, which makes these numbers even more impressive. He's the clear number 2 prospect in this draft. Nothing is a guarantee at the next level, but this is a player you just don't overthink and you just
exactly. And he did against pros.
The Cavaliers. This is another interesting one due to the recent rumors.
They shouldn't take.
I've been under the impression.
I'm gonna say now, the Cavaliers should not take Evan Mobley. They have too many centers as it is already. Y'all already have, unless y'all thinking about trading Jarrett Allen, there's no point in drafting Mobley. You feel me? There's no point.
They're getting Jalen Green, and then they probably look to trade Colin Sexton at some point in the offseason. While they still might look to move Sexton, Green isn't on the board anymore. The quote-unquote obvious pick here is Evan Mobley, but that feels a little odd with just how good Jarrett Allen was for this team after coming in midway through the year. He's a guy that most are expecting to get a big payday that
unless Jarrett Allen signs somewhere else.
By training to be a medical assistant at SJVC,
I'm hoping that if Houston or Cleveland drafts a center, if either of them draft Evan Mobley, I'm hoping that my Hornets can swoop in and either take Christian Woods from Houston, or if the Cleveland drafts him, can swoop in and take Jarrett Allen from Cleveland. I'm hoping, because that would make my Hornets complete if we got one of them too.
This summer. If they go with Mobley, do they just let him walk? This is a spot where I think we could see a surprise selection. Maybe a guy like Jalen Suggs or even Scotty Barnes. In my opinion, this seems like a pretty obvious spot.
I can agree with that Scotty Barnes pick. I'm not even gonna cap, because Scotty Barnes plays the 4, the power forward position, but he's like a point forward. You feel me? He can initiate the offense. You know what I'm saying? He plays defense. He gets assists, all that. One second, y'all. Baby's crying. I'll be right back. Never mind. They good. Just that parent. You know what I'm saying? I always keep my babies on my mind. But like I was saying, Scotty Barnes is a real nice prospect. Like he's 6'8", 6'9". Has real nice handles. Can rebound. Plays defense. Is tenacious. The dude is vicious on the court, bro. No cap. And he has an attitude about him, bro, that will make niggas mad to play. Because he clowns niggas on the court. You feel me? He can shoot. He can get to the basket. He can bang down low with the big man. He's just they compare him to Draymond Green. He's a more athletic Draymond Green. I'm gonna put it like that. A way more athletic Draymond Green. Way more. Way more athletic and I believe a better passer. A better passer than Draymond Green. So him at number 3 to Cleveland, that would not be a bad pick at all. It would not. I'm not even gonna cap. That would not be a bad pick at all. Because they could use him. Because they'll be pointless unless they plan on letting Jarrett Allen go. There's no point for them to draft a center.
Got to move back. They can deal with a team that has multiple first rounders, like the Magic, Warriors, or Thunder. But as we said earlier, we're not mocking any trades. So if they're staying put, they stay safe and they just take Evan
I can see them
figure
trading
out the roster at a later date. The 4th overall pick is the Raptors. This is a team that since the lottery, I've just already seen Jalen Suggs in their uniform. There's some rumblings of possible interest in Scottie Barnes, but I just don't see them doing it. All signs point to Kyle Lowry being out the door this offseason, so they go ahead and his replacement. And Suggs is one heck of a replacement. He's one of the most well-rounded players in this class. He's a very solid defender, playmaker, and scorer at all 3 levels. In his freshman season at Gonzaga, he was a huge part of them being just 1 game shy of a perfect season, averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Raptors have a lot to figure out this season. I don't think it's clear what direction they go, but I really don't see them getting any other player.
But those numbers don't even tell the story for this kid. Like, the way he played, it felt like he played so much better than just those 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists.
Man, have a lot of things changed since the last month. The Magic are at 5. For a while now, it seemed like Jonathan Kuminga was locked and loaded here, but that's not the case anymore. In fact, I have been going with Scottie Barnes. There's been a ton of reports recently that teams are starting to look at...
That's not a bad pick because Jonathan Kuminga and Scottie Barnes are kind of the same player, except Jonathan Kuminga, he plays more on the perimeter, I believe.
Kuminga as a risky selection, and that Barnes has become the new favorite at 5, and I believe it. I've made it very clear that I'm bullish on Scott. And since then, my comments have been filled with people telling me I'm just a biased Thunder fan. While I won't deny that allegation overall, in this circumstance, I'm really not. Barnes is 6'8" with an insane 7'3" wingspan. He's 6'8" with an insane 7'3" wingspan. He played the point guard position in another life, and that shows in his game. He didn't blow anybody away scoring the ball in his freshman year at Florida State, but what he brings as a playmaker and on the defensive end really makes up for that. His shot form looks solid, and he thrives with the ball in his hands, which gives me confidence we really might be underrating how good of a scorer he could be. As a Thunder fan, it hurts to mock him. It really, really does. But at this point, it's just hard to imagine
he'd be nice on the Thunder
outside
too.
Of the top 5. The Thunder are at 6. Barnes is off the board. There's a ton of options they could go with. The recent
Jonathan Kuminga
is that if they can't land Scottie, they're eyeing James Bouknight out of UConn. As much as I love Bouknight, this is a guy that might be available with their next pick in the first round at 16. So I think they just keep it simple and take Kuminga. If they really like Bouknight but don't think he'll be there at 16, I think they just make a trade for him post-selection rather than reaching at 6. Kuminga's not a flashy selection. His stock isn't backed by his production. In fact, he really struggled in the G League. But his 6'8" frame with a near 7-foot wingspan combined with
I heard he did. Okay, so for what I heard, he didn't struggle in the G League. You feel me? What I heard, he led the team to. I think he was second on the team in scoring, if I'm not mistaken.
Mocked as a top 5 pick since he came out of high school. All the tools are there. He's great in open space. He has no problem getting to his spots. His value just really comes down to whether you think he has the potential to be a solid outside shooter and develop his overall offensive game. You're hoping for Jaylen Brown has development, but I really think Kuminga is one of the more risky selections in this draft. 7 is going to be the Golden State Warriors.
I disagree with that.
They move out of this selection.
I disagree with that. I agree with this pick so far. Well, of course, because these picks are like fucking, But I don't agree with that take on Jonathan Kuminga.
But if they're here, I think it's clearly between 4 players. Davion Mitchell, Keon Johnson, Moses Moody, and Jalen Johnson. These are the only guys they've worked out that are projected to go in this range. This is a really tough one, and I think I might surprise a lot of y'all with who I have to take. For the longest, I was thinking Jalen Johnson. Then I was thinking Keon Johnson, but now my gut tells me it's between Moody and Mitchell. Both these guys can come in and make an impact for a team that's trying to get back to contending as soon as possible. As of right now, I'm leaning towards Moses Moody. He's a 6'6" shooting guard with a 7-foot wingspan. Everyone's looking at him as a 3-and-D wing, but I really don't think that's fair. In his freshman season at Arkansas, he averaged 17 points, shooting 36% from 3. I really think he has the upside of a Chris Middleton type player. I really think this is a great selection for them, considering if he's taking the court in a Warriors uniform, he brings value. But I also think he holds on to a lot of his value post-selection if the Warriors end up making a big trade involving him after the draft. For the second half of the lottery, we're going to go kind of rapid fire. The Magic are at 8 with their second pick of the first round. I think looking at the board, they go Keon Johnson. Johnson's a 6'5" shooting guard out of Tennessee. He's still super raw on the offensive side, but he's one of the most explosive athletes we've ever seen. And that became very clear when he shattered the combine vertical record, recording a max vertical of 48 inches. Them walking away with both Johnson and Scotty Barnes would make them very clear winners.
Y'all don't understand 48 inches, bro? That nigga got bunnies. You feel me? He has bunnies.
The Kings are at 9. This is another pretty tough one, but I think they're going Jalen Johnson. Johnson decided to leave Duke early, midway through the year, but up until that point, was really impressive. He's made it clear that he models his game after guys like LeBron James.
Yeah, but I know they're looking to probably replace Marvin Bagley, because that nigga's been nothing but injury prone and kind of a disappointment. But him and Rashawn Holmes, if they keep Rashawn Holmes, which I think they most likely will try to do, keep Rashawn Holmes. I don't see him and Rashawn Holmes working that well in the front court. In the front court, because Rashawn Holmes is a 6'10" center and Jalen Johnson's on like 6'8", 6'9". So if they're gonna go anything with the post, I would say Sacramento will probably go somewhere like I say maybe Kai Jones. I say get a wing to go behind Harrison Barnes or to replace Harrison Barnes when his time is up. Someone like Keon Johnson or Moses Moody if he's there. I can see Sacramento going that way. For the simple fact is, they need help on the wing outside of Harrison Barnes, because I don't think they have. They have Buddy Hield. They have Harrison Barnes that are impactful, but that's about it. You know, they got rid of Bogdanovich, which I think was dumb as fuck. That was so stupid. What'd you get back for it? Really? Who'd you get for him? Who'd the Kings get? I think they should go either a wing player, like at the 3, like a 3-and-D type player, get some more shooting around them, or go a player in the post that's like at least like 7 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like Jericho Sims, something like that. Someone that's bouncy and shit. Is big and tall. That you could start next to Rashawn Holmes. But then that might clog the paint, so you might go somewhere like Kai Jones. But I just don't think they should take him. I don't think that's a good pick.
Penny Hardaway and Magic Johnson, big guys that thrive with the ball in their hands. This brings a lot of upside to his game, but it also makes
he's
him
good though.
Kind of
don't get me wrong, Duke can play. He might have went to Duke, but Duke can play. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that's a good pick for the Kings.
Perfect for a team that already has 2 top young point guards, in De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton. It is going to be the Pelicans. For a while now, I've consistently mocked them grabbing Davion Mitchell, and that doesn't change today. With a high likelihood they decide not to match Lonzo Ball's offers as free agency, Mitchell makes a lot of sense here. If he was a freshman, we could be talking about a top 5 pick. But the Pelicans get the opportunity to take advantage of the lesser value that comes with a 22-year-old prospect. This year he led Baylor to an NCAA title, averaging 14 points and 6 assists, shooting 51% from the field and 45% from 3, while being one of the top on-ball defenders in the country. This is just one of those prospects.
He's only like 6'1", 6'2".
The Hornets are at 11, and it really looks like they're going to be taking the first foreign prospect, Albreen Sengun. It's pretty clear they're going big here, which comes down to Sengun or Texas's Kai Jones. For now, I'm leaning towards Sengun. At 12, we've got the Spurs. This is actually a pretty tough one.
I take
Despite the
Kai
presence of
Jones.
guys like DeJounte Murray and Derek White, I actually have them getting a point guard in Josh Giddey. We just saw an oversized point guard from the NBL win Rookie of the Year, and it's not impossible to see that again this season. Giddey's 6'8" frame is what has everyone excited, but in his lone season in the NBL, he averaged 11 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Spurs ignore the fit for this selection and go upside. The Pacers are at 13, and they get James Booker. Booknight's a 6'5" shooting guard out of UConn that is just special with the ball in his hand. He was the focus of every defense he matched up against this year, but still managed to average 19 points in his sophomore season. I really like what he could bring to this Pacers team that's stuck in the NBA middle ground. For the last pick of the lottery, we again have the Warriors, and somehow Corey Kispert is on the board. They don't even blink before locking this selection in. Walking away with Kispert and Moody is just scary for the rest of the league. These are two guys that can come in and make a serious impact from day one. Kispert is not only the best shooter in this draft, but legitimately had one of the best scoring seasons we've ever seen in college basketball. As a senior at Gonzaga, he averaged 19 points, shooting 53% from the field, 44% from three on over 6 attempts a game, and 88% from the line. Damn. Someone needs to stop the Warriors from getting their hands on this kid. But that's the video, guys. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the video,
So, I can agree with your first 14 picks. Well, not all of them. The Kings pick, no. My Hornets pick, I agree that it should be a big man. I just don't know who the hell that nigga is that you mentioned. But shit, I wouldn't mind. Shit. If it's a foreign player that we can build up on some Milwaukee Bucks type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Build up someone, like make like a Giannis type player or that dude that Oklahoma City has. I think like Alexis or something. I wouldn't mind shit as long as we learn how to as long as we build that nigga up and don't just have that nigga sitting on the bench like we did our rookie big men last year. Then okay. But what I want my Hornets, man, I just don't want us to get talent and then waste it. Because we do that too often. We get talent and we waste it. Like last year, they might have been second round picks, but they could have balled out. You feel me? Vernon Carey, he might have went to Duke, and I don't like Duke. I don't like Duke at all. But Duke can ball, and at the time that he was given, and when given time, he balled out. Which I don't understand why Coach Borrego didn't play it. Also, we got Nick Richards. I think he was undrafted. I believe. I'm not sure. I think he's undrafted. He can play some defense. Put him in there, give him a shot. I don't understand why some coaches are so scared to play young talent. I don't understand it. Get these boys a shot. You know what I'm saying? If we go draft a big man to replace Cody Zeller or Bismack Biyombo, if that's what we're gonna do, then let's do that. Play him. Like I don't want to see our rookie big man riding the bench next year. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Also, if we draft a guard like Moses Moody or someone like that, or Kenyon Johnson, if they fall to us, I don't want to see them riding the bench for that long either. If they're killing it like Melo did start the season, if they're killing it within like the first 15 to 20 games, start their ass automatically, bro. I'm not playing. Coach Ricker, don't play that shit. Don't do that shit again, man. Because that's crazy. If they're doing good, keep them in the game. Because I believe if we can get a center, my Charlotte Hornets can get a center through trade or like in free agency, like someone like Jared Allen or John Collins through trade or What's that full name? God, Christian Woods in free agency, or Jared Allen in free agency, or something like or Miles Turner. If we can get to one of them, and then we can draft a wing player, man, what? And then we either get rid of Terry Rozier or Devontae. Malik Monk or Devontae Graham. One of them two go walk in free agency, bro. And then we got our rookie coming off the bench, getting the time that whoever Malik Monk or Devontae Graham, whichever one of them walk, that rookie gets their time, and he comes and shows out, bro. We could be so nice for the future, bro. We have to, bro. And then at some point, maybe trade Terry Rozier. You know, see if you can get some nice future picks for him. I'm just saying, nice future picks to make, and then that's only if our rookie, if we chose a guard, if he's doing good. If he's doing good, and there's no reason to keep Terry Rozier and Malik Monk, or Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham, if there's no point in that, trade Terry Rozier or trade Malik Monk or Devontae Graham, whichever one we keep, and get some picks for it. But I would say trade Terry Rozier, keep Malik Monk or Devontae Graham all coming off the bench to have some scoring power, some firepower off the bench. You feel me? But certain players become expendable if your rookies are doing what they need to do. So, but yeah, I can see my Hornets drafting a shooting guard, wing player, if they end up getting rid of Devontae Graham or Malik Monk and Terry Rozier. Because Malik Monk and Devontae Graham, one of them two are going in free agency. The Hornets are going to let one of them walk in free agency. In my opinion, I'm not going to lie, I think I'd rather have Malik Monk. Younger, more athletic, and it doesn't take from any ball handling. It doesn't take any ball handling duties from LaMelo. So, because Terry Rozier can do that himself. Yeah, y'all, that's my take on this. Hope y'all like that, man. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Yeah, man, lay a dog like, man. Stay up, stay safe, stay dangerous, stay home, stay hungry, stay dog high, and extra fly, baby. Oh, yeah.